All right, guys, big game for Lonzo Ball, second career triple-double. What impressed you the most about that?
Just how aggressive he was. You know, we talked about him listening to the naysayers about his shot, and you can see it kind of affected the way he went out there and produced and played. But he came out aggressive offensively, attacking, getting guys involved, but also getting himself involved. And the things we don't talk about and we kind of like underestimate a little bit is defensively, getting a couple of blocks and making it difficult, getting the passing lane, and getting some steals there in the paint. So for me, just collectively, had a triple-double, but a great game, all-around game on the basketball court.
Yeah, it's all about adjustments in this league. It's a constant reminder that you have to adjust to different players, different teams. Sometimes you have to add an extra dimension to your game, and I think that's what Lonzo's in the process of doing. He's adding an extra dimension to his game, which is being aggressive, trying to be more of a threat offensively. If you're just a passer, they catch on to you pretty quickly, and they defend you that way until you can show them that you're willing to go to the cup and be a scorer and be more versatile. And I think that's where he is right now. Very, very good adjustment tonight.
The thing that really impressed me also was the 16 rebounds. I mean, these are the type of numbers reserved for like a Russell Westbrook, maybe a James Harden, you know, those type of strong rebounding backcourt guards. This kid already has like that mindset. He's got kind of like the magnet to go to that ball, doesn't he?
He's a different kind of rebounding guard. You know, he's not a Westbrook who's going to be aggressive and going and snatching it off the rim. He does a great job as far as putting himself in position to get offensive rebounds, but also he knows that the guards are not accustomed to blocking out or going to get offensive rebounds, so he's always taking himself into the paint and things of that nature. So he's one of those smart rebounding guards and always kind of put himself in the right position to get rebounds as well.
And the one thing that we've seen this year, that he has magical hands. You saw that alley-oop in the Denver game when he controlled it. It's the same thing with rebounding, because if he's not able to get it and control it, he's really good at tipping it to his teammate or tipping it out for an extra possession. So that's just pure savviness on his part as a young rookie.
You know, speaking of assists, Julius Randle, 5 tonight, season high for him. Kind of a little flashback to some of his games last year where he was really involving the teammates. He's kind of reinvented himself, hasn't he? He's gone to the bench now, and he's doing a lot of good different things, including that last game.
When he was a little bit rattled about starting, you know, I think, it was presented to him that, hey, you know, forget about starting, it's the minutes. When you're producing like he did against Denver, when you come in and you have that type of impact and you bring that type of physicality, it's contagious, and it kind of sustains your defense. So him coming off the bench, accepting that role, I saw do a timeout one time. It's the first time I've ever seen him get excited after a timeout. He comes up and do the big jump, body pump, whatever they do out there. And so I haven't seen that yet. He's starting to, gel with this team. And that's what you're starting to see. You're starting to see a bunch of guys, put them in a NutriBullet and just blend them all in there, and then just one good, delicious drink. So hopefully they'll continue that.
Yeah, I love that NutriBullet. I use it too.
Yeah.
Lakers started off this little 4-game homestand, 0-2, a couple tough losses, and then Denver comes to town. And you're like, oh boy, what's going to happen here? How important is it? You know, we're barely past mid-November, but how important was it to beat the Nuggets?
It was very important. I think they went up to Phoenix and beat a Phoenix team. They thought the same thing was going to happen here. Wasn't able to do that. You got a Chicago team that's been struggling, not playing particularly well on the road. So you have to find a way to get wins when you can throughout the season. And very important. You didn't want to start 0-3 on this homestand, so they found a way to come out and beat a Denver team that just put up 140-some points. They have to find a way to do it night in and night out, especially against a team that you are more talented than and you playing pretty good basketball more than they are. So if they're able to do that Tuesday night against Chicago, it shows signs of the team really, as you say, gelling together, maturing, knowing that these are situations we got to take advantage of as well.
Well, I know in the West, you know how improved the West has gotten this year, So when I look at Denver and, some teams that are like down there, the Lakers, or who kind of down there at the bottom kind of, they're competing. And, you got your upper echelon teams, you know who they are, Golden State, Oklahoma. But then you have those teams that may or may not be fighting for an A spot, and it's competitive down there this year. It's not like it's a game you'll overlook. When you have teams like Denver popping up and beating elite teams, and the Lakers are also competing at that level. So it's pretty interesting to see some of the bottom half teams, find their way.
Twan, let's go make some smoothies at James' house.
Yeah, we're willing, man.
Back to you, Kelly.
All day.